This clip is brought to you by SaveWithConrad.com.
Let's keep it moving here and talk about what's next for Magnum, because the James boys are going to start feuding with the Midnight Express, and of course, this is going to create some great promos from not only Dusty, who's not really Dusty, he's one of the James boys, and of course Jim Cornette firing back, and eventually, May 31st is the legendary episode. We just recently talked about this on What Happened When with Tony Schiavone. Crockett sets up a contract signing for the match between Nikita and Magnum. And since Nikita always has Ivan with him, Magnum brings his mom, Marion, with him. And eventually, Nikita insults Marion by saying Russian women have more class and maybe a few other unkind things. And Magnum attacks. Bob Geigel would then publicly reprimand Magnum for quote unquote conduct unbecoming a champion. And Magnum replies, reprimand this, and punches Bob Geigel, which gets him stripped of the U.S. title. Major angle. This is before every contract signing happened in the ring and a table was flipped or someone went through a table. This is kind of fun stuff. What'd you think of this creative?
I liked it. I liked the good. It was well laid out, well thought. The inclusion of a new character into the formula, i.e., Terry's mom, was not only fresh, but it was very unique. And it was relatable. Most people, unless they're total sociopaths, are going to get pissed off when somebody talks about their mother.
Oh yeah,
we all can identify with that feeling, that emotion, how raw it gets. So I thought it was well done, a good angle. And here's another thing: you got the U.S. title off Magnum without beating him. So there could be a philosophical debate by some listening right now. Well, that was the right way to do it. I normally would agree with you. You beat him by hook or crook somehow. But this gut thing with Geigel and the fact that he punches Geigel,
yeah,
really put the cherry on the sundae.
It's a big moment for sure. And eventually Geigel is going to announce that the U.S. title has been held up and it's going to be determined in a best of 7 series. I think maybe Crockett decided that. Either way, the idea is, hey, I know you Russians think just because Magnum was stripped of the title that you're going to by default be champion, but that's not true. In fact, in order for your man to finally be U.S. champ and take this belt back to Russia, you're going to have to beat Magnum not once, but 4 times. And believe it or not, Magnum loses the first 3 and then mounts a comeback and evens the series up at 3 apiece. By the way, this is all taking place during the Great American Bash Tour in 1986. And now, of course, wouldn't you know it? It's down to match number 7. It's a completely different time. None of those matches are on TV. They're all live events. But back in the day, this is before television rights were really a thing. This is the era where you make money in wrestling by getting an ass every 18 inches, right?
Yeah, that's it. Selling tickets. I thought the best of 7 was provocative. I enjoyed it. I'd love to see AEW do a best of 5 or best of 7 somewhere down the road. It's just good. It's natural and organic and real episodic programming. And I think we all like that's what turned a lot of us on to wrestling back in the day when we were younger, was it was written episodically. Well, I don't believe what happened last week, and then coming up next week, and everything gets kept tying together. So, yeah, I like that. I thought it worked.
Well, game 7, listen to me. Match number 7 finally happens. And it's August 17th, the Coliseum in Charlotte. And believe it or not, Magnum loses to Nikita. I think most fans just assume, oh, he'll win the last one. This is the storybook ending, but it doesn't happen. Ivan and Crusher interfere here. And now Nikita is your United States champion. But I guess the idea is we don't necessarily want Magnum to win because we're trying to get him ready for Flair. But by having Magnum go to the distance, Nikita's a made man now too, right?
Yeah. You got 2 wins out of it. Again, Magnum may not have won, but he got over.
Right.
Great story. Fought till the end. Took it 7 games. All that good stuff against a monster, against a legitimate monster. But you're right. It frees Magnum of this U.S. title, agenda. Turn your sights to bigger things, and what the eventual goal was going to be for several months.
Hey, it's Conrad Thompson. Thanks for checking out the podcast here on YouTube. Be sure to hit the subscribe button and the notifications bell so you get a notice anytime we upload some new content. And go save yourself some money right now. If you're in a 30-year loan or you have credit card debt, it's not a matter of if I can save you money. It's a matter of how much. Find out right now for free at SaveWithConrad.com.